Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on FACEIT TV. We are moving on to the next game, round of 64. It is going to be CNZ versus Luke. And as we mentioned just before the break, it is probably going to be Campground, so we can get them started whenever we fancy. Favorites? We always discuss favorites. CNZ has been in my heart a little bit ever since the Rager of the Month. He's grown on me.
I think CNZ, yeah. I'm going to go with CNZ. He's played some really good games. I think his potential is a bit higher at this point from what we've seen recently. And although Luke has had some good games as well, it's hard to call. My gut tells me CNZ, so I'm going to go CNZ.
If it was 6 months ago, I would have said Luke, because he was looking pretty good then. And he went to DreamHack Summer. He obviously it's going to be a tough time. It would have been his first LAN and stuff, but you know, he looked okay then, and his shape was improving vastly, but CNZ's the one who's been making all the recent improvements. Everything he's been telling together, he's been taking things from Backstein, he's been taking things from Evil. He's just been sucking and absorbing knowledge and strategy for his game, and he's getting better and better. So for me, well, as you can see, now I sound really biased, but I think CNZ.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's should we just tell them we're ready, because I think we should get this game on the way. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay.
Rock and roll. They can't still be warming up. We got one ready, and Luke is going to be F3ing as well. So let's get ourselves in game and start off another Campground on this Sunday 25. So switch off the beginning. It's going to be Luke, the Irish player. We're going to observe at the start. Takes a tiny bit of splash off of that Mega spawn, but he's got LG, he's got yellow. He's probably going to jump over, maybe get himself a rocket launcher. He's going to be looking fine for that first fight.
He is indeed looking pretty fine. We do have this. Oh wow, Luke just.
Oh what?
What the? Oh.
He messed it all up, man. He did the rocket jump and then he just walked off of the actual platform.
Yeah, I was ready to basically comment on something, and then he just kind of screwed me up. But here he is, Luke, right now, just trying to defend. He does get the red as well, and he's going for this Mega, but he gets caught in the doorway there as his opponent sweeps away that Mega, and just putting rails in his path too. So he's actually going to come straight onto him with this huge rocket straight to the face. And CNZ defends the lightning gun, close range. Both players pretty weak, but it's going to be CNZ that survives there, and that's a pretty weird engagement as CNZ attacks onto this red.
That was such a big initial rocket, but even so, he wasn't able to follow it up with the plasma, at least to tie the game up. CNZ picks up one more frag, making it 2-0. He's got the early good start. Is Luke going to make a quick comeback, much like Dopey did to Memento? Or are we going to see a little bit of momentum here? We've got red armor, the next big item. CNZ looks like he's trying to play this very quietly. This could bite him in the ass, as Luke is going to be on the right side of him to back onto red, but he's just going through. He's like, I've got to get out of here. I am so weak. And CNZ is looking for that blood.
And he's going to get on to this red right now.
Eventually.
And there you go, and the rocket jump up as well. Really simple standard stuff that Cooler showed us many years ago, back in the early ESWC days. How to run control on this map, and CNZ with the drop there onto the mid-level. Mega spawning soon, good position to defend it. Here's some keel jump sounds in the distance, but where is Luke right now? Red is coming up soon. Is there going to be a Luke here? No Luke there. Where is Luke? Luke is actually at yellow. He's got 100 health, 130 armor right now to the 200 of CNZ. So CNZ really looking like he's going to be able to make a very strong fight soon, but he should find it soon, because Luke is looking ever more scary. One good rocket is all it takes. A rail from long range into another fight. Luke is close to doing something to come back into this, but here comes CNZ. He gets good position onto this fight, pushes Luke out of that area, and now fighting on the Mega as well. So it's all looking so good for CNZ, but he just can't get, the frag just doesn't connect enough. And although Luke does limp away as he is quite wounded, CNZ won't find the frag.
What just happened? Yeah. Like, that makes no sense, because CNZ was on the right side of the map. Surely he should have got that red armor. We're going to see an LG fight here, and CNZ...
Oh my god, his weapon clicks just as he gets the frag.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was really smart play by Luke. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to follow up with a frag. Maybe it's slightly overconfident as soon as he managed to steal that red out of CNZ's view. But we are now a 3-frag game, and it is going to be Mega now for Luke, so there are resources for him. He is able to pick up some stuff at least. And I'm going to switch over to him now. 200 HP, we've got a few seconds until yellow armor. And CNZ's got to do some kind of damage on this, otherwise he's going to be sitting around for ages on that red armor. And there's Luke just shooing him away. He's like, no, I need this. I need to get back into the game. Leave me alone just for 30 seconds, and I've got your back.
And CNZ speeding around the rail curve here, trying to find an angle onto Luke, but where is Luke again? He's being a little bit elusive. There he finds CNZ, and this is not a good place to find CNZ. CNZ is really happy about this, but Luke actually, with great timing on the Mega, going to take that mid-fight with a direct rocket straight to Luke there. Is going to switch things around again, and CNZ really has to make his way quickly onto that red, and he can really assert himself onto this. He's got better position. He cannot be afraid right now, and indeed he is not. As he scoops away that red armor, and 15 seconds until the next Mega, so CNZ has a little bit of freedom. Now walk around a bit to try and see if he can find any pressure, any damage to really get some good position on his opponent, get a good read, but no Luke just yet, so he's going to be content with just taking position on Mega, and this is surely his pickup. It is indeed, and he's going to speed away. Little does he know that Luke was near.
I like how that last fight, Luke decided, I'm going to open up with a grenade launcher. And then he immediately had to run away because that was the worst possible idea I could have made. And it's even led to the fact that CNZ has picked up all 3 items on the map. And the way the timings look, he could continue this rotation for at least another go if he fancies his opportunities. 1 rail from Luke. You're going to need a little bit more than that, son. CNZ is stacked to the brim. We've got Mega though. Luke, oh, he's not going to be able to get in on this. And CNZ, if he fancies, yeah, he's going to move all the way to yellow. So another rotation denied from the Irish player.
Halfway through this one, it's a 5-minute warning. Oh, so it seems they're going to fall right into Luke there as Luke just gets taken down into a very badly committed fight there. No way he could have won that, and CNZ comes away with 4 frags now. It's, again, the halfway point, so there's plenty of time left in this one, but CNZ's been holding control relatively steadily so far. And then there is Luke dropping down from that yellow area. CNZ can be really comfortable. He doesn't have to go too crazy with pressure. Again, this map has this natural thing to it where if you're in control, if you're cycling the items properly, correctly, you actually do get a free like 10, 15 seconds sometimes to just hunt down your opponent. And really, that's why you need to focus on really good item cycling on this map, because then you don't have to risk any items. You can just get that time to do damage, and it's all given to you. And CNZ so far has been doing pretty well. As you can see right now, he's got about 10 seconds or so of time to actually do something, but he's just going to chill.
Yeah, he was listening. He could hear a couple of footsteps, but nothing paid off so far. There's Luke lurking in the lower levels. He does dodge around. He might be able to get himself at yellow. CNZ looking to at least get some damage if he decides to go up the bounce pad, but to no avail. And still, CNZ's been keeping immense control throughout this game. I'm really impressed with the way he's kept it. Well, he's managed the situations accordingly and been playing it safe. 4-0. He should be absolutely delighted right now.
Delighted he is, just stalking, prowling around on this bridge. Drops onto the red. 3.5 minutes left. Still pretty secure with the control. Luke actually picks up the yellow just now, so 100 and 125 for Luke. And he should have the mega time. He does get around to CNZ as well, so Luke's doing some good work, but he's really putting himself out in the open there, and he gives CNZ that chance to do that return damage, and that's going to slow Luke's attempts down to get back in control unless he makes something really fantastic happen. But CNZ going to go straight through the doorway, and actually, oh my god, Luke gets position on the red now. This could be absolutely huge as Luke steals the red away, but he goes straight into CNZ there. Maybe not even aware that CNZ was there, but this is going to work out brilliantly for him. As long as he should still have a mega time from before if he's been paying attention, if he's been diligent with his map awareness. So he should be able to jump onto this, and indeed it looks like he has indeed got just that, and now he has control. Only 82 and 50 for CNZ to the 180 and 75 of Luke, and with the rocket jump up, with position again, he is looking in great shape, and CNZ is on the back foot right now and has to defend this lead with 4 frags with the remaining 2.5 minutes in this game.
Great rail there by Luke, and what a time to get the control back in your favor. Just over 2 minutes. It's definitely manageable, but he's going to have to play that game a little bit faster than CNZ has. You've got Red and Mega up at the same time. Luke is going to be crossing his fingers tight in order to try and get both of these items, and it is going to work out for him. That is massive. Let's see how he is going to be able to chase now, as I expect that is definitely on the books.
2 minutes remaining. Luke's going to find the CNZ. CNZ with the escape rocket jump, and Luke does not connect. the rail. That rail could have been so huge right there. Could have secured him that frag, and he even fluffs the rocket jump. Pretty sure that was not on purpose. And there's another rocket jump to get position, and he gets the rail. So that's really good work. Setting himself up for a frag, and he's just flying through the upper area here, straight onto CNZ, and CNZ will fall. And that is a minute and a half left now for Luke to make 3 frags, and CNZ comes into his clutches once again, and that's going to be another one. So he's looking like, after the entire game, with almost no hope, he is going to basically have a great opportunity here in the remaining minute and 10 seconds that's left.
Yeah, he absolutely is, but he waited a long time for that red armor. He's going to meet up with CNZ. He's got the wrong weapon now. There's a nightmare for him. CNZ taking full advantage of that rail being shot. I was like, oh, well, you're absolutely screwed now. Going to pick up a frag, going to pick up one more. And to be honest, that's a game. It cost the game for Luke, that error. Just having that wrong weapon out, that is the small mistakes you can make that can cost you oh so much, especially in the dying moments. I could totally see Luke making a comeback there and making our predictions look ridiculous. But, you know, that's the difference between a CNZ and Luke at the moment. Just those small decisions. CNZ makes a tiny bit more correctly.
Yeah, that's quite sad. He really had that was a major opportunity for him. Such a shame, and now it seems that's going to go through. But I mean, that was our prediction at least. Yep. And so I got to say,
we look good. We look fine.
Yeah, we look pretty good. I think it's good that CNZ goes through. He's been putting a lot of effort in lately. I think I mean, the same can be said for Luke. But I mean, he was here last week too, I think. And Luke's been actually doing increasingly well lately, as he did have that spell of inactivity that lasted a while, I think. Because as you said, you know, 6 months ago, he was much more fresh of a player than recently, where he hasn't been seen so much.
Exactly. But good games. I wouldn't be too annoyed if I was Luke. Played an absolutely fine game. Gave yourself the good opportunities that you need. He didn't look like he was just, you know, standing around doing nothing. He had the opportunity. It was just that moment that everyone's going to make fun of him for a long time. So, okay.
Hopefully not for poor Luke. But the next game we're going to go into is Nons vs Etty.
Oh, really? That's going to be very interesting.
Etty's been a bit of an up-and-comer lately, so...
Nons is kind of like one of those slight unsung heroes, maybe a little bit of an exaggeration on hero, but he's still very, very good, and no one really kind of sees him. He doesn't really show himself live and competitively that often, but when he does play, especially in practice, he does take many names. And I'm very much looking forward to this, because I don't really know which way it could go. My only feeling is that Etty, more experience in the competitive and on stream, might be less nervous, and that's all we can say. But before we go to this game, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with this game, Etty versus